Likewise, the Quran mentions, وَإِنَّكَ لَعَلَى خُلُقٍ عَظِيمٍ. Indeed, your character is sublime, very high and lofty. That is the individual that we follow blindly in our lives. That a person who wants to gain success, they imitate and they emulate the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But we know it's very difficult to reach the benchmark, the level of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because naturally he had been given a certain deep spirituality that even the companions that conclude the strength, the vision, the focus, the devotion that he had far excels his own beloved companions. But one could at least try a few centimeters of that emulation. So thus the Quran, the Sunnah begins to then focus upon those individuals who made that focus. Because at least they were individuals that we can look up to. We can begin to see how they focused upon the lives and the teachings of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And that every Prophet had his disciples or his followers or his companions. And disciples and companions, they differ at various degrees. We know that Bani Israel, the Quran, the large portion talks about Bani Israel, are the followers of Musa alayhi salam. And they were not the best of followers. Not to make a critique of them, but you read through the Quran, you find them continuously asking questions. Right in the beginning of Surah Al-Baqarah, وَإِذْ قَالَ مُوسَى لِقَوْمِهِ إِنَّ اللَّهَ يَأْمُرُكُمْ أَن تَذْبَحُوا بَقَرَةً. When Allah commanded Musa alayhi salam, that don't tell these people to sacrifice the cow. And we know how they continuously kept on asking questions. This was the way Bani Israel kept on questioning, causing problems. To such a degree that they even said to Musa alayhi salam, فَذْهَبْ أَنْتَ وَرَبُّكَ فَقَاتِلَا إِنَّهَا هُنَا قَاعِدُونَ. You and your Lord go and fight. They're going to remain here stagnant, sitting here, remaining here. That was the type of etiquette that they had with Musa alayhi salam. And after seeing all of the signs, ayat mufassalat, signs after signs, 9 signs that were shown to Bani Israel, and even when they were brought out across the ocean, across the river, what happened when they saw people worshipping a statue on the other side? They said, "Oh Musa, give us an idol that they have a deity, statue that we worship." All these years of preaching to them, of advising them, they come and they see that the proverb is true, the grass is green on the other side. And we need an idol to worship as well. So they had their flaws. They had the excessive questioning. Likewise, the followers of Isa ibn Maryam, classified as al-Hawariyun, the disciples around Isa ibn Maryam, they also asked certain questions. As you read the end of Surah Al-Ma'idah, this chapter of the Quran, you find them requesting that you want the food spread, the table spread. The whole title Al-Ma'idah, the name of the surah, goes back to this blessing that people were sent down by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from heaven. They wanted to see this great blessing. But was there not enough signs in the Isa ibn Maryam? We were given the different miraculous signs that were given to him that were not given to any prophet before. To such a degree that even bringing the dead back to life by the permission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Blowing into the clay, then into the dirt by the permission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Telling what people store inside their homes. Touching the people who suffer from leprosy, skin disease, rubbing his hands over them and being cured by the permission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Curing a person who's been born blind. Not a person became blind, but still suspect that maybe the person's eyesight came back born blind. Wiping his blessed hands over them and the eyesight is returned back to them by the permission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As you can see how the Christians who come to the extreme, you begin to worship Isa. Begin to take him as a God, giving reverence to him. So they had these questions that they told, this lesson that existed amongst them. So the ideal companions, or the ideal friends, in the deepest meaning sense, were the companions of the Prophet Muhammad. Ibn Abbas mentioned the companions only asked 4 questions. And even their questions, you go and read the Quran, to benefit not themselves, to benefit the Muslim Ummah. Whenever you come across in the Quran, يَسْأَلُونَكَ عَنِ الْخَمْرِ وَالْمَيْسِرِ, they ask you about alcohol and gambling. يَسْأَلُونَكَ عَنِ الْمَحِيضِ, they ask you about the menstrual cycle. يَسْأَلُونَكَ عَنِ الْأَهِلَّةِ, they ask you about the moon, the crescent. All this questioning wasn't to benefit become the ideal followers. Because they never said to the Prophet Muhammad, you and your Lord are right. They said, indeed, we're going to go with you. And fight. We're not going to remain behind and become stagnant further. We need the companions, the men and women around the Prophet Muhammad. That is Abdul Bari and the Lucian favorite Spanish scholar. He mentions that those people who preserve Sunnah for us, bring it to us, is none other than the companions. The Sunnah that we face today, that we read and we study, has been brought by the companions. And most, if not all, the companions, hardly any of them are buried inside Medina or in Mecca, all outside spreading the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Thus we find that the companion, as Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani mentioned in his work of Ulum al-Hadith, is a person, not just a person who saw the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. There were some companions who were blind. Man laqiyahu, whoever met him, mu'minan bihi, some of them whoever met the Prophet Muhammad believed in him and died upon that even for a short while, is classified as a companion. And they are the ultimate meaning of deep friends that were close to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That's Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, one of the close companions, he mentioned that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala looked at the hearts of all of the human beings and selected the Prophet Muhammad to be the final companion, the final messenger. And the heart of the rest of the human beings that chose those men and women to be the companions around the Prophet Muhammad. So sometimes some of us we think that maybe, I should have been a companion. Allah had no better than the day of Badr, who would have been the first one to flee, not on the day, but maybe many, many days before we would have left that area. So Allah knew who were the people that would remain steadfast. And then Allah looked at all of the land of earth and selected that Makkah was to be the final place of revelation. So everything is blessed. So don't think it's just by chance that Allah told these people, or this happened, that happened. Nothing happens by chance in Islam. Everything is in place by a set reason, by the decree of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. These individuals have been chosen by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, have been purified by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we find that their devotion and commitment is so deep to the Prophet Muhammad that at times it's unbelievable. If you go and read the beginning, or not the beginning, but you read the book on the Sahaba, the virtues of the companions that we find inside the Bukhari, in there you find talking about the companions. You find inside there a very strange hadith mentioned by Urwa ibn Mas'ud al-Thaqafi. This individual is narrating it when he was a non-Muslim. Then after he becomes a Muslim. When I heard this hadith, many times you hear certain in hadith, you find them quite strange. When you go back and you read it with your own eyes, it shatters your heart open. And this is this hadith. First, you can go back and try and read this hadith to strengthen your iman and how these individuals work. Urwa ibn Mas'ud al-Thaqafi is the one individual going to make a pact of agreement regarding Sulh al-Hudaybiyah, the agreement to be made with the Quraysh. So he's a non-Muslim who's making this journey to the Prophet Muhammad. So as he enters into the area and he sees the conduct, the behavior, etc., now he's going back to the non-Muslim to relate to them what's happened. And there's various extractions that can be taken from this journey. If he's coming as a disbeliever, and he goes back showing favoritism to the Muslims, that's the first lesson as Muslims that we should learn. But when non-Muslims come to us, they should be so impressed with us by the permission of Allah that they go back with a different color, with a different hue. We should always bear that in mind. Don't give up to the stereotype these people try to paint about us that we're bloodthirsty, we're scavengers, we're evil, we're angry, we're mad spirits, or whatever it may be. No, don't fall into that trap. That's exactly what they want us to do, to give up that stereotype. So let them come to us, let them engage with us, and let them go back to each other, different individuals. So this individual goes back, and he says to the leaders, correct. So they're expecting him to say something, this, that, and the other. He says, look, I've seen the leaders in a Facer. Facer is basically Caesar. So Caesar, Julius Caesar, or many Caesars. That is the title given whoever rules over the Romans. I've seen a leader in Kisra, in Khosros, the leader of the Persians. And I've seen Najashi. Najashi is the king in whoever is the leader of the Abyssinians. I've seen all these leaders. And all these leaders are compelling their people to follow them. I mean, generally, if you want to find out how people think about the leaders, and if you go to the Muslim can't grab a taxi in the taxi driver will tell you how to tell you. That's the best way to find out what people think about their leaders. We all know it's all by force, isn't it? No one really loves it. Who really loves our best friend Bush now, huh? Those shoes should have got more shoes, huh? But that's the reality. That nobody, they all compelled, forced. He said, when I saw these followers and I saw this leader, something different. The Prophet didn't force anyone to follow him, didn't compel the companions. He said that if the Prophet Muhammad, if some individual may take it to extreme, when the final begins to take place, if the Prophet Muhammad was to spit, they would catch his saliva. If he used to perform wudu, كانوا يقولون بعضهم بعضا, they would fight one another to make sure wudu doesn't drop on the floor, catch it, أثار الوضوء. And if he used to speak,